Welcome back to Post Time. Happy Daddy's Day. There are a lot of extraordinary and heartwarming father son stories in our sport of harness racing. And when I heard about this next one, I could not wait to share it with you. Jim Wilson is a Delaware trainer who was adopted as a baby and grew up in a wonderful, loving home. In just recent years, he decided to find his birth parents. As he tells it, the decision was one of the best he ever made, and he finally discovered why he always had that strong desire to be in the harness racing sport.
When I was 7 years old, I'm 37 now. When I was 7 years old, my parents came to me and informed me that I was adopted. They explained to me what it was. I had no idea. And they explained to me that if I ever wanted to seek out my birth parents, that they would stand behind me and support me. I didn't feel that that was necessary, actually, because I had two loving parents, and who needs more than that? I had everything a kid could want. I was a single child, spoiled rotten. So I just left it at that. In 2009, my father was diagnosed with cancer, esophageal cancer. And in early 2010, actually in April 2010, he died from complications of the surgery that he underwent. And it hit me hard because he was my best friend growing up. I mean, even when I got older, we were super close. About 2 weeks after he passed, I was sitting on the computer and I just went onto the website because I was told that the company that handled my adoption was Catholic Charities. So I went on their website, and within 30 seconds, my birth mother had posted an ad on there. She was seeking me out, and within 5 minutes, we were on the phone with each other talking. She said she was down in Florida, and her name was Cheryl Goode. And she told me that my father actually still lives in the area that she was aware of. So I went to seek him out. After doing some research, I found him living in Clayton, and now he had no knowledge of me. He was it was a childhood fling, one weekend down at the beach, and actually after I was conceived, with Cheryl went into the service and Dad come back up here, my birth father. So this was about 2 weeks after that, after I found out who he was, come to find out he had just gotten back into the horse business. And him and his girlfriend had claimed a horse, and they were racing him right here at Harrington. And on Father's Day 2010, I walked into the paddock and asked him if he knew Cheryl Goode, and he said yeah, and kind of gave me a weird look. And I said, well, I don't know how else to tell you this, but you're my dad.
He had his family with him, and I kept seeing out of the corner of my eye. I could see him over there peeking around the corner. I kept seeing these people peeking at me, and they're looking at me, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, and when he walks up to me, I had no clue. You could have knocked me over with a feather.
The relationship may have come as a surprise to Mike, but the fact that Jim is passionate about the standardbred industry is no shocker to either one of them.
Now, my father, Mike, my birth father, he was a driver and trainer back in the 70s and 80s, and got out of the game when they were going for no money and had a family to support and the whole nine. My birth mother, Cheryl Goode, is Clayton Goode's daughter. A lot of local horsemen know Clayton. And so that's my birth grandfather. People have always asked me ever since I was 9, 10 years old, picking up odd jobs over at Dover Downs with different horsemen, mucking stalls, cleaning equipment, bathing horses, cooling horses out, this, that, and the other thing. Why do you like that? That's a messy business, it's dirty. I said, but I love the animal. And well, I was bred into the business, so to say. And I wouldn't change it for the world.
In addition to having a newfound father-son connection, the men have become great friends and business partners. They own horses together and can often be seen working side by side in the barn and in the paddock on race night.
It's been great. It's like a blessing for me. I mean, it's like a whole new life. It is wonderful. I couldn't ask for anything more. And his son, his mother and father, his adopted mother and father, did a great job with him. I mean, He is an awesome kid.
A lot of kids grow up in this world today and they don't have two loving parents. I have two loving mothers and two loving fathers. Very lucky, because like I said, a lot of people grow up in this world with only having one or none, and I've got four.